Yo.
Hey, is this Matt?
Yeah, which Josh is this?
Oh, it's just Burger Planet, man.
Burger Planet? What the hell are you doing? How do you got my number? What the hell?
You gave me your number whenever I came to your house.
What the f? I did?
Yeah, when I saw you at Darian's birthday party.
Oh, okay. Alright. Burger Planet, what's up? What's up? You're not banned on Twitch, are you?
No.
Oh.
I'm not banned on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. Make a video. Have some fun.
Well, I wanted to do a video about Dr. Disrespect, and I did a parody of him today in the park, but I didn't know if it would get banned if I did it on Twitch. I did it on YouTube, so I didn't know if...
Dude, everybody at work, like the customers, they stare at me like if they never seen a gas mask in their lives. Like, bro, they give me a desk, they're like,
Someone put their persona pointing a gun at me and said, "Show us what's inside the fridge, Wayne." You want the truth? You want the truth? You want the truth? Oh, there is no fridge! I lied!
Wait, no.
I want to put a huge emphasis on this. The way he shit-talked Yvonne and Lily to me and others, particularly, I will just recount my experience, is so frustrating knowing what happened between them. The Yvonne incident happened and Fed would start talking to me. I'm so sorry for being emotional. He would talk to me about how Yvonne was lazy and not working enough and playing League all the time. And I was concerned. And he would say, oh, she like won't work on OTV stuff with me or brainstorm and blah, blah, blah. And this discussion got to the point of us almost letting Yvonne go from the company because we thought she just like wasn't interested enough in working with us. When in reality, her behavior was entirely because of the incident that happened between them two. And so it just blows my mind that he would try to manipulate the narrative in that way and kind of aggressively, if that makes sense. Like he was really not wanting her there anymore. Later that night, after the party ended, I texted this guy and I was like, oh, kind of sucks, like we didn't get to hang out. And he was like, yeah, you seemed really busy. And I was like, me busy? Like you and Fed were, you know, two peas in a pod all night. And he goes, oh yeah, like what's going on with you guys? And I was like, what do you mean what's going on? And the guy informed me that Fed told him that we were together when we weren't, and that he told the guy not to tell anyone, not to talk to anyone about it, not to talk to me about it. And that was the first time that Fed just like massively broke my trust, and I could never trust him or look at him the same way. And I'm very grateful that the guy in question told me this, even though Fed told him not to. And then I retroactively asked someone else from kind of the past whether Fed had said something similar to him, and they did. And I very recently, just today, found out that he said the same thing to another guy.
The same motherfuckers that are trying to figure out, like, you know, what the coordinates are for Pokimane's new house or apartment or wherever the fuck she lives are the same people who are like, this should have been handled privately. Why? So you could have more breadcrumbs to follow, you sickos? It's not up to you how this shit gets handled, okay? It's up to them. Part of the reason why they're doing this publicly, outside of all of those psychopaths who are way too invested in the daily back and forth relationship that online content creators have. The other reason is because, as Iman mentions here, there were numerous other people that he was doing this to. This is a pattern of behavior that is abusive.
From what I read, they decided to go public with it because they had brought it up to Fed and they didn't feel like he was changing his behavior, when with his power and influence that he could still continue just doing the same thing to other girls. And I mean, at the end of the day, I support them for coming out with that stuff. I don't want to talk about this too much because it's not my story. Fed didn't do anything to me. I'm not the person who was the victim in this situation. It was the girls. And if you guys want to hear more about it, you should read what they had to say. I don't want to butcher or dilute their message. You know, hopefully this experience helps Fed change and grow as a person in the long run. Nobody likes hearing this kind of difficult news, but I think it's really important when you see victims actually talking about it or bringing it to public awareness with the intention of trying to create a longer term change. So
my wife found out about all the shit that's happening on Twitch, and she's like, she looked over at me and she put her phone down and she goes, "Babe?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Do we have anything to worry about?" What do you mean, do we have anything to worry about? And she's like, I was like, "I've never been to TwitchCon. I've never been to a conference. I'm never alone with women." And she's like, "What about in Discord?" I'm like, "What about in Discord?" I said, "Have you seen the women in our Discord?"
I just realized, like, you know how everyone's always memeing about people in Poke's chat, like, "Oh, I'm a tier 3 sub, like, she's in love with me, buddy, back off," you know, like, "Oh, I'm her top donator, okay, she's mine." But, like, all along it was the guy in the next room over, like, holy shit. I was the worst one of them all. He was literally saying it to people IRL. That's crazy.
Hi, my name is Paul Danino, otherwise known as Ice Poseidon on the internet. I'm making this video as my apology to Twitch in the hopes that somebody will listen. 3 years ago, I was banned on Twitch for enabling a very toxic community. And a toxic community that has affected the industry, myself, my friends, and other creators as a whole. And for that, I'm sorry. I've learned a lot over the past couple of years as a streamer. And with experience comes maturity. And with maturity comes a different mindset. And my mindset now is completely different to what it was 3 years ago. For the past year, I've been streaming on Mixer, and I found out after reforming my community and changing the actions that I do, I have found happiness again in streaming. Happiness that I haven't had in over 2 years. I forgot what it was like to have a supportive and positive community, and now I finally understand again. And I totally get why people don't have toxic communities. My point is, I've learned a lot in the past couple of years, and I've been a streamer for almost 5 years now. And I'm please asking Twitch to just give me a second chance.
In showing support to Paul, I have behind the scenes more than you'll ever know. Okay. Do I wish he would get unbanned on Twitch? Of course. I like the guy a lot. I think absolutely anybody can have a bad past and reform. And I think Ice has had a terrible past, but I think through a lot of bullshit that Ice has gone through over the time, I think Ice has learned and became a completely different person. And I do think Ice deserves a second chance. And will he get that second chance? Doubt it. I think he deserves a second chance? Yes. But do I think he'll get unbanned? No. Because the question the thing becomes, what does Twitch get out of Ice being unbanned? Nothing. What do they get? Possible massive toxicity and tons of shit. From knowing him, I do believe he deserves to be unbanned. And I hope he does get unbanned. I do. Because the thing is, you can have a toxic community and make it okay. And me, Train, Greek, even Mitch are examples of people who had toxic communities that have created it into a wholesome, nice community that they have today. I think a lot of you guys are a testament that you guys can be toxic at one time and then one time be better people. And I think that Ice is an example of someone that deserves to be unbanned.
I think because of the severity of what kind of went on with him on Twitch for the last year before he got banned, I personally, I'd like to think positively, like he would get another chance, and I hope he does, but I don't think Twitch is going to unban him. I think it's just too much of a risk for them of kind of bringing like that toxic onslaught back. And I think that the way Twitch is going to look at it is like, what do we have to gain? Yeah, it would be nice to give someone another shot. It would be nice of us to do that, but other than that, I don't think they care about this is the nice thing to do. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do it, man. I just don't.
Hello. My name is Bjorn from Denmark. I had a Twitch channel many years ago. I got banned after I met a famous YouTuber and Twitch streamer called Ice Poseidon. I was streaming on Twitch for 8 years. But after I met Ice Poseidon, 14 days after, I got permanently and extensively, exclusively deleted from Twitch platform. I didn't do anything. It was my chat that was going crazy. I didn't know how toxic his community was back then. So they got me banned on Twitch. I'm not racist at all. So I'm very sorry for what I didn't do, but I'm very sorry for what my chat did and my viewers did when I was streaming on Twitch TV. I was not a big Twitch streamer. I was very small. I had like 300 followers on Twitch. But I really want to get unbanned on Twitch again. Not only because of me, but also because if a Twitch streamer film me, they will get banned too. For example, it happened to PD Plastic. He filmed me for 10 seconds or 1 minute and he got permabanned on Twitch. It's a joke. And now my coffee is burning in the kitchen. Goodbye. Unban me, Twitch. Thank you.
I hope Twitch gives you a second chance. Do you think you have a chance?
I am 90% sure that there is a chance, yes. I don't really like YouTube live streaming either. The platform is, you're right, not for streaming, it's for videos. But, you know, it still works. It's something. I still think Mixer was a better platform, but, you know, Mixer's not around, so YouTube it is. I will say YouTube has the benefit of having millions and billions.
Sorry you joined stream late. Did you say where you are going on the road trip?
We're going to Florida to see my parents. But, yeah, YouTube's got a lot of viewers on it, so that's good. What were you saying? While marinating the chicken?
Did you wash your hands?
No. But I used Germex.
When? When did you do that?
When we got in the car from the grocery store.
That is so long ago. Look how many things you touched since then.
Fine.
Oh my god. How are you doing that?
Because I genuinely enjoy mayonnaise. When I was a kid, I used to eat jars of mayonnaise, about a spoonful, for fun, like as a snack. Okay.
Oh wait, no, now people are saying LOL no and why?
What do you mean? Bro, listen. It's too late.
Did you melt the bag?
Oh, sure, the oil's hot.
No!
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
We have to take out the trash.
Bro, I'm not a fucking garbage man. I don't know what the you do with oil, so, I mean, sticky notes will save the day.
Can you guys do it at the end?